GOLD participants from around the world. I'm Kristen Schwartz, licensed midwife and MC for GOLD Learning. And today I'm chatting with Dr. Wendy Jones about her upcoming presentation titled Breastfeeding and Medication: How to Make an Evidence-Based Decision on Safety. That is such an important topic, and I'm so glad to have you here with us today, Wendy. Hello.
Hello, Kristen. Hello, everybody. It's a very great pleasure to be with you all.
The pleasure is ours. And please, Wendy, if you could, please tell us a little bit about yourself and how this topic became an area of interest to you.
Okay. I am a pharmacist, more years registered than I would care to admit. Thanks to the benefits of hair dye, it doesn't look quite as obvious. I also trained to become a breastfeeding supporter when my second daughter was born. A midwife told me that I was really good at breastfeeding, and wouldn't it be great if I went and shared the ease with which I'd completed this with other people. And then several years along the line, somebody said, why don't we put the two roles together and you can update some information that we need to share with mums about what kind of drugs they can take when they're breastfeeding. And I, perhaps rather unwisely, put my home telephone number on it and said anybody who wanted could phone me up and ask me any questions that they wanted to. I'm very lucky that I'm still married and my children didn't leave home because I was actually inundated with questions. That's now over 25 years ago, and it's become more and more of a passion in my life, and it's pretty much taken over all of my working time and all of my spare time as well.
That's just wonderful. And I know you're the author of several publications and books on the subject. And speaking of breastfeeding and medication, it's such an important subject to the moms who are breastfeeding, of course, but also to the healthcare providers who are supporting women who are nursing and possibly have to take medications. I can speak from my own experience as a midwife. I get a lot of questions from my clients, what medication is safe and what isn't. Can you, without giving too much away of your presentation, give us a little bit of an overview of what you will be talking about?
Okay, so one of the things that is of concern to me is that in most healthcare professionals' undergraduate training, we don't actually learn very much about breastfeeding, let alone about drugs in breast milk. And that we know most women do take some drugs at some stage during their lactation. And we need to be able to use the right evidence-based sources to make those decisions, both for the safety of the mum, the baby, and the clinician who is making that prescription, so that they don't get sued by doing something inappropriate. But it's about giving everybody the opportunity to make an informed decision about what's right in that situation, with that illness, with that baby of that age. And I'm just going to go through some different scenarios and provide some places to go to find out where the best evidence is.
That sounds like a really full packed presentation with facts and cases. I'm really looking forward to that one. And can you tell us a little bit about what do you hope our delegates will take away from this presentation?
I think the most important thing is that it should be a shared decision between the mum and the healthcare professional. We should be using it based on specialist evidence bases, not whatever standard medicine book is in front of us, but that in 90% of cases a mum can breastfeed and take a medication so that she feels better in herself, and carries on breastfeeding, the thing that we know is so important to mum and baby. But it's essential that we get that right information, and I hope everybody else can become as passionate about getting the right information out as I am.
That sounds absolutely wonderful and so important. I'm looking forward so much to this presentation myself. Wendy's presentation, Breastfeeding and Medication: How to Make an Evidence-Based Decision on Safety, will be held live on February 15th at 1800 UTC. And this presentation is part of our GOLD Midwifery 2017 online conference. So please go to www.goldmidwifery.com to find out more about this presentation and all the other wonderful presentations that we have. And that is it for now. Bye-bye.